Y'all, it's a super hot day in Middle Tennessee. Like, I think right now it's around 80 degrees. And to be honest, I just didn't know what to wear today. Didn't know what to wear. But it is HOT. And we have many prayers in our hearts for the folks in Selma, Tennessee, and anywhere and everywhere. The straight line winds blew and the tornadoes that have been in the past, and the frigid weather that is up on the East Coast as well. Many, many prayers. Many, many prayers. This is Sonia McCullough of the Bible Study Studio, and I joy to come to you in this fashion. Today, we are looking at Revelation 7, verses 9 through 14 in four translations. Four translations. Revelation 7, verses 9 through 14 in four translations. Now, this is part of our E4 Bible study method. And in addition to that, we are looking at keywords this week, and we went over them on Monday. And these are the keywords for chapter 7 and chapter 8. And I'm going to go through them quickly. They are free, wrath, fail, tribulation, washed, dwell, feed, fountains, wipe away, 7, throne, angels, earthquake, and 4 winds. These are our keywords for chapter 7 and 8. And we are looking at our keywords via the daily keyword study guide as part of our study practice. It is our practice to look at keywords. And tomorrow we will annotate the passage for further observation. So let's just get started in our reading of the four translations of Matthew. Where did I get Matthew from? I don't know where I got Matthew from. Revelation 7, verses 9 through 14. Revelation 7, verses 9 through 14. And our questions for today. Who does salvation belong to? We're going to look for this answer in the text. Who does salvation belong to? Number 1. Number 2, who all fell on their faces before the throne and worshiped God? Who all fell on their faces before the throne and worshiped God? Number 3, what sayings were said by those around the throne? What sayings were said by those around the throne? What 7 sayings? What 7 sayings were said by those around the throne? Number 4, where did those clothed in white robes come from? Where did those clothed in white robes come from? So let's just begin our reading in Revelation 7, verses 9 through 14. Verses 9 through 14. Revelation 7, verses 9 through 14. Here we go. Verses 7. Okay. Verse 7, 9 through 14. What am I looking for? Not really sure. Okay. Chapter 7, verses 9 through 14. Now, a lot of times, these portions of this text will have a little subhead that says something about a great multitude. So let's just read. The NIV, which is a thought-for-thought translation, Revelation 7, verses 9 through 14. After this is John speaking. After this, and there before me was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. They were wearing white robes and were holding palm branches in their hands. And they cried out in a loud voice, "Salvation belongs to our God, who sits on the throne and to the Lamb. All the angels were standing around the throne and around the elders and the four living creatures. They fell down on their faces before the throne and worshiped God, saying, Amen. Praise and glory and wisdom and thanks and honor and power and strength be to our God forever and ever. Amen. Then one of the elders asked me, These in white robes, who are they? And where did they come from? I answered, Sir, you know. And he said, These are they who have come out of the great tribulation. They have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Revelation 7, verses 9 through 14. So, the ESV version of the text, Revelation 7, verses 9 through 14. Why do I not have this marked? Why? It's a very, very good question. It has a really pretty ribbon, this Gray Bible does. So, I am going to move it to Revelation 7. After this, I looked, and behold, a great multitude that no one could number, from every nation, from all tribes and people and languages, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed in white robes, with palm branches in their hands, and crying out with a loud voice, Salvation belongs to our God, who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb. And all the angels were standing around the throne and around the elders and the four living creatures, and they fell on their faces before the throne and worshipped God, saying, Amen. Blessings and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and might be to our God forever and ever. Amen. Then one of the elders addressed me, saying, Who are these clothed in white robes, and from where have they come? I said to him, Sir, you know. And he said to me, These are the ones coming out of the great tribulation. They have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. ESV, word for word translation. What I love about chapter 7 of the book of Revelation is that we have this 144,000 that we talked about yesterday, that theologians cannot come to an agreement on this number of people and where exactly they came from. But it does say in the text that they are from the tribe of Israel. And so after we get this 144,000, in comes this great multitude of people who cannot be numbered, from every tribe, every people group, every language. This is what I love about Revelation chapter 7. Now, it's interesting to me that, 7 is one of the numbers of completion in the book of Revelation. And here, this portion of the text falls in chapter 7. Just something for us to think about. Something to think about. Okay, so now we are going to go to the Christian Standard Bible, which is a thought for thought translation. Let's just read. Let's read. Revelation 7. Ooh, my ribbon is in place, but I failed to notice. Okay. After this I looked, and there was a vast multitude from every nation, tribe, people, and language, which no one could number, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. They were clothed in white robes with palm branches in their hands. And they cried out in a loud voice, "Salvation belongs to our God, who is seated on the throne, and to the Lamb." All the angels stood around the throne, and along with the elders and the four living creatures, they fell face down before the throne and worshiped God, saying, "Amen. Blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and strength be to our God forever and ever. Amen." Then one of the elders asked me, says John, "Who are these people in white robes, and where did they come from?" I said to him, "Sir, you know." Then he told me, "These are the ones coming out of the great tribulation. They washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. For this reason," stop that portion of the text is for tomorrow. So we're reading 9 through 14 today. So that is John speaking in the Christian Standard Bible, which is a thought for thought translation. Okay, you put that to the side. I'm thinking about maybe reading in an additional translation today, because I just love chapter 7. And once again, I have a ribbon, and it's in place, but I'm not paying attention to it. Okay, here we go. Chapter 7, verses 9 through 14. After these things I looked, and behold, a great multitude, which no one could count, from every nation and all the tribes, people, and languages, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed in white robes, and palm branches were in their hands. And they cried out with a loud voice, saying, "Salvation belongs to our God, who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb." And all the angels were standing around the throne, and around the elders, and the four living creatures. And they fell on their faces before the throne, and worshiped God, saying. Now, when we come to annotating the text, it's going to be interesting to see how many times the conjunction "and" is used in this passage. It's going to be a great number. Amen. Blessing, glory, wisdom, thanksgiving, honor, power, and might belong to our God forever and ever. Amen. Then one of the elders responded, saying to me, "These who are clothed in the white robes, who are they? And where have they come from?" I said to him, "My Lord, you know." And he said to me, "These are the ones who come out of the great tribulation, and they have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb." The NASB version of the text, a word-for-word translation. Now, let's just go, since we're just having such a good time, let's go to the NLT. Let's see what, I love the NLT. I do. I have not always been a big fan of the NLT, but here lately, I have been really enjoying it. So, 9. Let's go to 9. 9. After this, I saw a vast crowd, too great to count, from every nation and tribe and people and language, standing in front of the throne and before the Lamb. They were clothed in white robes and held palm branches in their hands. And they were shouting with a great roar, "Salvation comes from our God who sits on the throne and from the Lamb." And all the angels were standing around the throne and around the elders and the four living beings. And they fell before the throne with their faces to the ground and worship God. They sang. All these other translations use the word saying. The NLT says they sang. Amen. Blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and strength belong to our God forever and ever. Amen. Then one of the 24 elders asked me, who are these who are clothed in white? And where did they come from? And I said to him, Sir, the NASB uses the term Lord. And I said to him, Sir, you are the one who knows. Then he said to me, these are the ones who died in the great tribulation. They have washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb and made them white. Not one of these other translations uses the word died. So that's of great interest. That's of great interest. There's of great interest. And I have an NKJV translation somewhere around here that I wouldn't mind referring to right now if I can find it. Okay, I'm not sure what I did with it, although it's somewhere. Well, just for the sake of digging into another translation, let's look at it in I'm looking for the New King James Version that I have, and I'm not seeing it. But let's look at it in the KJV. Really quickly. I believe I have it marked. Yes, Revelation 7, verse 9. After this, I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations, and kindreds, and people, and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, and cried out with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our God, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. And all the angels stood around about the throne and about the elders, and the four beasts, and fell before the throne on their faces and worshiped God, saying, Amen. Blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and might be unto our God forever and ever. Amen. And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, What are these which are arrayed in white robes? And whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, These are they which came out of the great tribulation, and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Okay, let's go over our questions one more time. Question number 1, who does salvation belong to? Question number 2, who all fell on their faces before the throne and worshiped God? Who all? Question number 3, what seven sayings were said by those around the throne? Question number 4, where did those clothed in white robes come out from? Where did those clothed in white robes come out from? This is Sonia signing out. Have a blessed day in the Lord. And tomorrow we will look at the text, the whole passage for annotation. Thank you.